Have you ever thought about the power that lies in fear? Fear can subdue even the most powerful wizard. For example, the story of the cursed study at Hogwarts, you know it? It is said that centuries ago, Hogwarts was taught by a professor whose name has sunk down through the ages, but his story lives on to this day, filling the hearts of students with dread and curiosity. This professor had a deep knowledge of ancient and forbidden magical practices, knowledge that was not meant for the lighter side of magic. He was convinced that there were untapped powers within the magical world that could be curbed and used for good. But his interests quickly crossed the bounds of reason, and he began experimenting with dark spells and rituals, trying to contact entities that dwelled in other dimensions. His office on the 3rd floor became a place of sinister experimentation. One night, as the moon illuminated the castle with a dim, pale light, the professor was conducting another experiment. Whispered incantations and flickering candles filled the room. Suddenly, the space in the center of the study warped, as if the air had become liquid, and from this anomaly, cold and darkness began to seep in, swallowing up all the light around. No one has seen the professor since. In the morning twilight, the study was empty except for the books scattered on the floor and the extinguished candles. But legend has it that he had not disappeared, but had been swallowed up by the very darkness he was trying to contact, and was now doomed to wander forever in the space between worlds. Students passing by a closed office at night sometimes hear quiet whispers and see shadows flickering behind the door. Some say they have seen dark figures following them in the corridor mirrors, disappearing as soon as you try to get a closer look. These phenomena have spawned many stories and rumors among the students, and many avoid this corridor after sunset. Years later, the Hogwarts headmaster's office tried to unravel the mysteries of the professor, hoping to find a way to rid the school of the unnatural presence, but all attempts were futile. The office was sealed, but the strange occurrences did not stop. They became a reminder that some gates should not be opened, and that curiosity can lead to irreversible consequences. The story of this professor remains one of the darkest and most mysterious in the history of Hogwarts. It serves as a lesson to all who seek knowledge in the dark corners of magic, reminding us that behind every piece of knowledge there is a price, and sometimes that price is too high. Interesting, isn't it? How easily we are tempted to look beyond the boundaries of what is allowed. Many believe that knowledge should have boundaries, but I disagree. Every mystery, every forbidden ritual opens the door to new possibilities. What do you think? Would you risk looking into the darkness if you knew there were answers to the questions that plague you? Fear is a tool, and he who knows how to use it has true power. Don't think I'm sharing these stories to scare you. I share them to make you realize that there are forces in the world beyond our understanding. And one day I will be able to control them. Everyone has fear, but I'm learning to overcome it. After all, the world belongs to those who are not afraid of the darkness. Remember, it is important to value moments of rest as much as moments of learning. Night is the time when the world of magic is most active, but both body and mind need rest to meet its challenges. Don't linger too long studying the mysteries, or even just thinking about the stories told. As head boy, it is my responsibility to see to the order and well-being of all students. If I find you breaking the rules, I will have to take action. We both know these are not just words, so please take my advice seriously and get some rest. Good night.